Hi all. So a few people in this group have asked me about common play behaviours. So I thought I'd put together a little video explaining what it is and why we decided to do it in our setting. So I'll just give a little bit of a brief background. So my name's Carol Griffiths. I teach in quite a large primary school in Longsight. The reception is 3 form entry and the nursery is 2 form entry. And I teach full time in reception, but I'm also the part-time phase leader with another teacher in nursery, so we share the job role. And I just want to say before I go on that this isn't my original idea. It's not something that I made up. Basically, we watched the Sand and Water training by Alistair Bryce-Clegg, and he talks about these in that training. And then I decided to research it a bit more and I looked at what other people did. So basically what we did was we took all these amazing things that other people had been doing and then we made it work for our setting. So I just wanted to clarify that this isn't something that I've made up. It's just something that we've used this year to help us with the new curriculum. So off we go. So what are common play behaviours? So common play behaviours are skills and equipment we might see children use in different areas. Now, the important thing to remember is that they are skills that they do in the area without us present, without the adult there. So then we needed to think about what we wanted to put into our areas to challenge that play behaviour. And as I go on, I'll explain what I mean by that. And then we also wanted to think about levelling that skill so that a range of children could access the skill at their developmental level, at their ability. And I'll explain that as we go along as well. So that's basically what common play behaviours are. So why did we decide to do this? So the new guidance wants to see a curriculum which clearly shows progression from nursery to reception. And this is to ensure that they have acquired the essential skills to start year 1, or key stage 1. So that really stuck out to us when it said essential skills. So that's when we decided to look at making our curriculum a skill-based curriculum. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to show the progression of skills from nursery to reception, and then obviously the early learning goals. So that's how we decided to do this when we saw that word skills. And in the Development Matters, the new one, it says the EYFS is about how children learn as well as what they learn. Children need opportunities to develop their own play and independent exploration. This is enjoyable and motivating. So that just basically sums up what the play behaviours do. They really help that independent exploration, and you'll understand that a bit more as we go along. So that's why we decided to do it, all about those essential skills ready to start Key Stage 1. So what we did first, so we observed the children in the areas and we made a list of the skills that children do without us present. So this is what we wrote for sand: pouring, filling and emptying, digging, mould, bury, enclose, sieving. So this list is not exhaustive and it can change at any given time depending on the ability or the developmental level of your children. So that's where we started from. That was our point. What are they doing out us there? So we made a list. And then we decided to put those skills in a chart, and we thought about what they might need to meet that skill if they were in there by themselves. So first of all, we looked at nursery, and then we looked at reception, thinking about what they would need in that area to meet that skill. So that's what we did first. Then we made sure that our areas were equipped with these resources so that children could practice these skills. So just put up 2 quick pictures, nursery and reception. And as you can see, they're very different. They've got lots of different equipment in each because we really wanted to show that progression of skills throughout our curriculum. So if you went into nursery and then you went into reception, you could clearly see that the skill progression was developing. So that's what we really wanted to focus on. And then we thought about what do the children do with that equipment in each area, and we just wrote it underneath the equipment. So we just thought about what they wanted to do or what they could do with the equipment. I won't read it. If you go into the files, you'll be able to download this document and have a look. But yeah, we just thought about what do they actually do with that equipment. So that's what we did for nursery and reception. And then finally, we looked at the new development matters and we looked at the skills in there and how they progress through the pathways from birth to 3 and then 3 to 4 and then obviously reception and early learning goals. And we just wrote down the skills that might happen in that area from the curriculum. So that is the last thing that we did. And then obviously we ended up with the A4 page with the skills, what they do in that area, and linking it to the curriculum. So you'll be able to look at that if you download the file. I'll try and attach it to this somehow if I can, so you can see them both together. So yeah, that's what we did. And then we obviously did it for every area in our classroom. So this is just sand, and then we did water, role play, construction, etc. So how has it gone? Well, I think it's really helped us to create provision which promotes independence, like I mentioned before at the beginning, and it allows the children to practice the relevant skills. And it's really made us think about the resources that we put into our provision. And we've explored a lot more open-ended resources this year, and we've left them open to interpretation. And it's been really, really powerful to see them figure things out for themselves. Another thing that we've done is we've come away from setting up every area every morning because it was taking over, a lot of time, and sometimes we do things and it didn't get the desired outcome that we wanted. So we've tried to stop making everything fit to a theme now. Obviously, we still do add enhancements, but we think carefully about why we're putting it there and what the children are actually going to get from it, what skill or what knowledge are they actually going to get from what we put in that area. So we still do enhancements, but we think really carefully about why we're doing it. So one thing that I will say with play-based behaviours, common play behaviours, is it's something that you have to do together as a team in your setting. It's not something that you can, just implement and then everyone goes along with it. It has to come from the team and the children and what skills your children need. So that was one big thing that I would say. And another thing is it just really helps you to see that progression of skills. And if somebody came into your setting, you could explain and they could clearly see it just by your provision. So yeah, that's just a quick whistle-stop tour of what common play behaviours are and how we've used it in our setting. Like I said to you before, it's not my idea. This is just an idea that we saw and we went with it and we decided to change our provision to meet it. If anyone's got any more questions or wants to talk about it some more, then please let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer any questions. But yeah, go out there, Google things, look at Alistair Bryce-Clegg's blog. He's really good at explaining it. Yeah, there's lots of things out there already. This is just one idea of what we wanted to do. It's worked for us. But yeah, thanks for listening and bye for now.